Hello and welcome to Martyn Lucas Investors Channel. My name is Sensei Crypto and I'm back here doing the weekly show which we do every Sunday. It's the crypto show. We talk crypto, we talk charts. Oh, amazing. Douglas Hamblin has
become a member.
Amazing. Thank you for becoming a member. I was just reading the chat right now. I'll bring it up on the screen. It seems like we've got a special member here today. Let me bring it up. Let's go through the chat. Welcome in everyone. Everyone knows what the show is. It's the Sunday show. Martyn's here all during the week, and I have my show on Sunday where we talk charts. We tune in and see what we think is going to happen in the week coming up. But right now, we just got a member which we would love to acknowledge. Let me bring this down a little bit. So we've got Development Alert was here first. Then we've got John Grantford says hello. Jeffrey Diamond is here. And then, as you can see here, Douglas Hamblin has become a member. Martyn says, well, welcome, Doug. Doug was my host of the party last night, Royalty of Texas, where I met the CEO guest for our show tomorrow. So this is very exciting. Thank you for becoming a member, Douglas. So yes, Martyn was at a party last night, and he has met a CEO that will be coming for a very special event tomorrow. I won't go into too much detail. I just spoke to Martyn about it. It's very, very exciting. So we're definitely all going to tune in tomorrow. The closing bell will be a couple hours earlier, and during that we will have an interview. Martyn will interview a CEO of a company, which is very exciting. Development Alert is here. Everyone's welcoming Doug. Development. I'm here today briefly. It's coming up to midnight in Uganda. Oh, amazing! Thanks for joining us, Zach. That's Zach as our charity partner in Uganda. We have raised some money for him last month, around $120, I believe. I hope it helps a lot. Thank you very much, Zach, for tuning in here today. Mike is here. Henrik is here. Everyone's welcoming Doug, which is great. John is here. Brilliant. Martyn says it's live from the New York Stock Exchange on the floor. It's very, very interesting. It will be an amazing interview. It's going to be a great show tomorrow, so do tune in. Hey Sensei, do you think Injective is in for a parabolic bull run? I definitely think so. If you become a member, I can look into charts. There's just a lot of members, so I have to prioritize the members when it comes to the show. But I'd love to look into it. It's the start of the road to Sir Richard Branson. Indeed, it is. It's going to be a very exciting series. Meet the CEO, and we've got a great first guest. Aquatic, if you do become a member, I can have a look at Injective Protocol. I want to show you a few things there. One is quite interesting that a lot of people have not picked up on. It's to do with Tesla. I want to show you an interview that I was going to show you last week, but I thought I'd wait for the Sunday show. Craig says, hey, Sensei Development. Yes, he's welcoming everyone in. Welcome everyone to the show. Let's get into it. If you haven't already, please do like the show. It helps the channel. It also helps people who don't know we do the Sunday show to come in, which is brilliant. And if you haven't already, please do subscribe. Zach says, yes, it helps a lot. I will share the updates after carrying out the activities. Zach, thank you very much. You don't have to. We all know the great work you're doing. Of course, we love to see it as well, but I'm glad it has helped. Everyone is welcoming each other in. This is a great family, and welcome again, Douglas, to the family. You can see that we're a very supportive bunch of people. We've got a great YouTube channel that Martyn has created, and a great family behind it. Brilliant. Let's get into it. Firstly, I want to start off Coinbase. We obviously know what's been happening with crypto. We had this trade set up for Coinbase. Again, everything I say is not financial advice. It's just my opinions. I want to teach people about charts and my thoughts and get as many perspectives out there so everyone can make their own decisions and have as many different opinions and thoughts as we can get. And that's why the family is so important. We all speak to each other. We all gain a lot of knowledge from each other. So this was Coinbase. there was reason to believe that there should be a long position. It was a break of trend line, a support, some bullish divergence here, as you can see. I'll just quickly go through this trade setup. It was a break of a supply line, this purple line here, and also you can see these two lows here. There was one low here. The RSI was oversold, but then the next low, we could see that it was quickly bought up, and even though it was a lower low, the RSI showed that it wasn't as oversold. So that was another reason to look into Coinbase a bit further. We had the first target, it came back for an entry, and we're on our way to the second target. So this is good to see. Obviously, take profits if you like. It's always great to secure profits. Don't just look at numbers on a screen. They're all unrealized until you actually take the profits and buy something with it or invest it in something safer. Crypto has been going wild, as we have seen. Bitcoin, obviously, still around that 44,000 level. We stayed live extra on Sunday just because we knew that the breakout was going to occur, and it did. And now we're approaching a very significant level. 45,000, I think, might be the top for BTC. I have been wrong in the past, and I can be wrong again. The one thing I was wrong about was I thought Bitcoin didn't have the momentum it did. After the technicals showed that it did, we obviously switched more bullish. And now maybe at 45,000, I'm a bit, it's higher risk holding Bitcoin now. It wasn't high risk holding Bitcoin at 20,000. It wasn't high risk buying Bitcoin at 15,000 like we did, like me and Martyn did. But now 30,000 was turning into high risk, and definitely 45,000 is turning into much higher risk to be holding Bitcoin at 30,000. Some profits were taken, but again, bought back at 25,000. So for Bitcoin, I do think 45,000 is an important technical level. As you can see, as soon as we broke 34,000, there was no support until sort of the 45, no resistance until the 45,000 level, and that's what we're basically at now. Something like Ethereum, once we broke 2,000, the next target I think is either 2,400 or 2,500. Let's have a look. 2,600 is the real next support for resistance for Ethereum. So yeah, we'll keep a lookout on that. Still has some minor upside. Again, XRP has been underperforming a little bit, but the targets on XRP is around 90 cents, 75 cents. So we'll keep a good eye on that. I'm still holding XRP, but I have been trimming off some of my BTC. Let's have a look at some indicators and go back to the chat. Welcome in, everyone. Welcome to the show. We're going to be looking at crypto. Again, gold. Very important, gold. What we were looking at last week and for a while now is this. It's a cup and handle structure. If I go through it again, let me show you guys what a cup and handle structure is and why it is quite significant. We saw it on Virgin, or some people said we saw it on Virgin Galactic. We'll have a look at Virgin Galactic later as well. But a cup and handle is basically what it sounds like. You can see it's a rough drawing here. You've got the cup pattern forming all the way from 2011 to sort of 2020, and then we've got the handle, which has been forming over the last sort of 3 years. The breakout line was around 2000, is where we've hit it 3 times, and then we actually hit it again and went past it recently. It was $2,074 in the last sort of week. I was watching it. It was after the Sunday show. Sunday night, we had a breakout where gold actually hit. Not many people have spoken about this either. $2,147. A big breakout by gold. Obviously, it was rejected, brought back down. I believe there was a mini short squeeze because a lot of people were covering their shorts around that area, but a lot of people also took leverage positions long when this breakout. When the breakout was formed, because it's such a big structure, everyone wants to be in on it, and too much leverage came in too quickly and it got flushed out. I'm expecting to see sort of a higher low again. These higher lows are important in markets. It just shows more people are holding the asset, and the asset is strong, it's holding momentum. What we basically want to see is gold. It might come back down to 1,980. and it'll form some more support, and then we'll come in again, and for the fourth time I think we'll break 2074, and then our targets are around $2,400 for gold. So gold is still, in my opinion, has got a really big structure that is most likely going to break to the upside, and we have much higher targets for gold in the coming next year. I think we'll hit these targets 2,400, 2,800. So we'll keep an eye out for that. Silver again, what we're looking for, silver targets, it's broken its trend line. What we're looking for really is $30 first, and then we can start talking about $47. Let's have another look at the comments. Brilliant. So James 007 is here. Hello, James. Development Alert says, hi, James. Everyone's saying hello to each other. Excuse me. Craig says, do you think that there's still another big drop coming in for crypto before the main bull run, Sensei? So it seems like we are in some sort of bull run at the moment. I do believe this is not the bull run of 2025, which is where I'm expecting the major bull run to come, but there has been significant gains. So it doesn't really matter if it's a bull run, not a bull run. There's been significant gains. And I wasn't as invested as I would have liked. Of course, we're at least 50% invested. If you look at the crypto challenge, we've turned that from basically $400 to $1,800. Basically, it's a 1,000 to 10,000 challenge. We've already turned 1,000 to 2,400 with only $400 invested. So still good, but if we had 60-70% allocated, it would have been much better. So there's lessons to be learned, but crypto is very risky, and I'm trying to make crypto risks known out there, and also making it as risk averse as I can do. But yeah, in answer to your question, do you think there'll be another big drop coming? Yes, I do. I think 20k is very, very likely to be on the cards. I think 20,000 to 25,000, if that occurs, then that will give me a lot of hope. That higher low would make me really more confident in the next leg up. I'll have confidence that we are in a better place than we were last time we were at that level. I'm more confident to deploy more funds. But again, it can also come down to 15,000. All gold tomorrow, Martin says. It is all gold tomorrow. Please do tune in for tomorrow's show. We've got our first Meet the CEO live stream coming from the New York Stock Exchange. Very exciting stuff. That will be in the closing bell tomorrow, so definitely tune in for that. James 007 is saying good good evening, Martin. Let's see who else we have. James 007, hi, Sensei. CRO had a nice run this weekend. I think CRO is worth holding. I can see it reaching $1 in the next 12 months. I only have 25,000, but I'm going to purchase 100,000 when it drops a bit. Wow. Wow, that's a lot. That's a lot of capital being deployed. Oh wow, we've just got a super chat. Amazing. Let's let's wait for that to be read out while I answer James 007. Thank you so much. So yes, definitely it depends. It's all about portfolio size. I mean, that would, for my portfolio, I don't even have that much in the whole of the financial markets. But if that's a risk you want to take on, if that's part of a diversified portfolio and you're not allocating more than sort of 5%, obviously I'm not giving financial advice, I'm just giving my thoughts. If I had that amount of money at 100,000 CRO, I would have to have $1 million portfolio, I'd say. Yeah, so in terms of CRO itself, we will have a look at it. Let's see what the targets are. I do agree with you. We did hit a bottom. It was on the verge of a bigger collapse, just like a lot of other coins. However, those are the areas where you can enter a position with minimal risk. And the reason I say that is because they're at very low levels, all-time lows, or the same lows as before. A few cent more, if it went down a few cent more, it would have been a breakdown and we could have gone down a lot further. So that's why you put your stop loss a few cent below. However, it's also the least risky place to enter a position. Here we go.
How many screens do you recommend for crypto bros and traders in general? I see your eyes going to left and right, almost as they're monitoring different screens.
Great, amazing. Yes, so I do have a few screens. You are correct. I am always monitoring a lot of information, a lot of different charts. But you don't need screens to be a great trader or being in crypto or trading. You can do it all from your phone. It's more about the mindset, the discipline, the controlling emotions, looking at the right things, risk management. You don't need screens. Screens help. Screens make you feel better. Screens allow you to see more opportunity. But there's a lot of lessons to learn before you before the limiting factor of it all is the amount of screens you have. If they help you with your mindset, if they help you identify different things, brilliant, get some more screens. But that's not going to make you a good trader. It's going to be all the things in between. It's going to be all the lessons you learn along the way, and it's going to be mostly about mindset and also risk management. But thank you for the super chat. That is amazing. It goes towards the channel, running the live shows, all of this sort of stuff. So €10 is the biggest one we've actually got on this on my Sunday show. So yeah, I've broken a record. So thank you so much. Let's give you some fireworks and also some music. Amazing. Brilliant. We gave you some Irish music as well. I do. That's the special of the show. So thank you so much. Who is it? Aberos Muchos. Thank you very much. Jeffrey Diamond. Uranium is doing well. Maybe another industrial metal too. Yeah. Diversify the portfolio. Get into precious metals. Let's have a look at. I think you also said plutonium. I have not actually looked at any plutonium stocks. No, I can't find it. Where do I see Matic going? Please do become a member and we can look into stocks. I don't give predictions. I just talk about specific levels where it's high risk to hold it, where it's low risk to hold it, and different targets. So if you become a member, we can have a look at Matic. We are going to have a look at CRO for James 007. Zed think, did I miss Virgin Galactic? No, we will have a look at Virgin Galactic stock shortly. When will crypto pushback? What is your take on a pullback? I do think there will be a pullback in crypto, and I do believe it will be in Q1. For anywhere between now and the end of Q1 of 2024 is my ideas. Yeah, fireworks. Plutonium isn't available for trade now. Don't Google it. It ran into the chat. So yes, I'm sure there's different ETFs with uranium and all that sort of stuff. There is definitely uranium stocks, but yes, I don't think there. I think you're correct. There's not just CFDs on plutonium. Okay, anyway, let's stop talking about plutonium and let's start talking about CRO. So this was a request by James 007. He wants to add more to his position when it goes a bit lower. So it's currently sitting at sort of 10 cents. Let's have a look at a different chart. I think the KuCoin chart's the best. Yep. Let's get rid of these. Actually, we can keep it. So yeah, so we were looking for a breakdown. If the breakdown occurred, we had buy zones. However, obviously this was also a level, as you can see marked on the chart. It was the all-time lows. I haven't changed this since we looked at it. I think it was down here when someone suggested it, and I was saying it is on the fence of really breaking down. However, again, it is on a very low risk area. From that point, it has moved. It wasn't a trade setup I posted, it was just more us talking. From that point, it has risen 146% and 110% to the point we are now. So it has gone up a lot, but would I add more to the position? The CRO was it reacted very weirdly last cycle. It was very slow to react. It was it was underperforming for a long while, and it traded differently to most coins, a bit like XRP. I was holding a lot of CRO last cycle, and it took a while. Everything else was going up, and CRO wasn't. So if we overlay, let's say, Ethereum, maybe that's the top altcoin, or yeah, let's overlay Ethereum. So the gains of Ethereum versus CRO were significant. Ethereum had significant more gains in the first run up in 2021 when Bitcoin sort of hit its sort of highs. If we add on Bitcoin as well. So the blue. This is a bit complicated, but I just want to show you how CRO. Because you're a great member, I just want to do a bit more deep analysis on CRO. The blue line is Bitcoin. Orange line is Ethereum, and obviously the chart we have behind it is, I wonder if we can turn it into a line chart as well. Or is it better if we keep it together? Let's go line chart. Okay, so light blue is Bitcoin, orange is Ethereum, and dark blue is CRO. CRO significantly underperformed Ethereum and Bitcoin when Bitcoin hit its first highs. And also when Ethereum and Bitcoin were going sort of parabolic here, you can see here in this area of 2020, CRO wasn't really moving. It was very late. So there was opportunity to make money with Bitcoin, Ethereum in its first part of the cycle, and then move it to CRO and basically triple, quadruple your gains of CRO, because it moved a month, 2 months later. And even when it did move, it was nowhere near the gains of, you can see here, Bitcoin and Ethereum. They really outperformed CRO in that first move. And in the second move, initially, Ethereum, Bitcoin outperformed. So again, you had a chance again to take profits and put it into CRO. And then CRO moved really late. Ethereum moved late, so did Bitcoin. And then you've got a point where CRO moved late again. And the reason I'm showing you this is because that wasn't like most altcoins. Most altcoins, when Ethereum was moving, altcoins were moving as well last cycle. So we can get rid of these now, clear up this chart a little bit. So essentially what I'm saying is with CRO, you won't miss out, because what you can do is see when Bitcoin and Ethereum move, you can be in Bitcoin and Ethereum, they are safer. Once you make your money with Bitcoin and Ethereum, it is you can play with. It's what gamblers do, right? Obviously, we're not a gambling channel, but gamblers, they make money. We're going to a blackjack table or whatever, and the money they've actually made is their profits, and they don't mind what they do with that, because it's profits. It's the money you've already won. I forgot what the term is for it. And you feel easier and under less pressure to what happens with that money, because it's not your initial earnings that you've worked hard to make. So then you've got the chance to first make the money with the safe assets, Bitcoin, Ethereum, and then move it into CRO, and then take the profits there as well. So what I'm saying is CRO is a bit different. Bitcoin and Ethereum will probably outperform CRO to begin with. Obviously, CRO's had a good run now. What I'm trying to say is don't rush into it. There will be a lot of chances to buy CRO. I think buying CRO on the dips is probably better because CRO will drop more heavily than Ethereum and Bitcoin when they pull back. So I would recommend putting weekly money aside into a little pot that is the CRO pot. And then every time you see CRO drop 20%, maybe because of news or because Bitcoin's dropped, then you buy CRO. But yeah, I mean, CRO has levels. It can certainly come down and put in a higher low around sort of 6 cents. I don't think it will go much higher than 15 cents in this pool. I mean, it's hard to say. If Bitcoin carries on, then it can. But if Bitcoin sort of stalls out here and starts going sideways, I believe sort of 15 cents will be the highest CRO goes for now. But yes, eventually $1 is possible. It just depends how much risk you want to take on for that. Depends how quickly you want to get in. I think $1 will happen for CRO in 2025, and I'm sure it can go to $3-4 as well. So if you don't care and you just want to start buying 10 cents to $1, obviously it's great. It's not maximizing the way you can do it, but I think $1 is definitely possible in the coming years. Let's go back to the chat. Oh, Schmitzy's here. Amazing. We'll talk about your portfolio. If you have just joined us, please do hit the like button. Let's see how many likes we have. Can't see it on this screen here. Let's have a look. That can't be right. 4 likes. I don't believe it. 19 likes, 32 watching. Brilliant. 32 watching, 19 likes. We're normally at 100% likes, so if we could hit the like button, that would be amazing. And we'll go back to the chat, and we're going to be talking about Virgin Galactic next. Actually, let's talk about Schmitzy. Why are you not a member? With all those gains you've had this week, a few dollars a month is nothing. Please become a member, and we can talk to you more. I think you're a very valuable asset to have on this channel. You know a lot about crypto. You obviously have some good picks as well. So do please become a member and join us. But yeah, I have had a look at your portfolio. It has performed great. As I said as well, there's been coins we're following, such as something that James 007's in as well. Boink coin as well. What we said when it was already moved up 200 to 300%, it is not unlike. Let's go to the chart now. It is not. Wow, it's amazing. I think it was brought to our attention. I think it was James 007 around here. Since that move, it's gone up another 500%. So what we have realized and we known, we're in crypto, we understand when a bull run or a mini bull run happens, if Bitcoin goes up, the sentiment's there. These meme coins, whatever they might be, scams they might be, they can go up a lot. Me personally, I'm just much more confident buying these coins when I've made significant profits with the safer coins. The coins that have been around for 10, 8, 6 years. And I feel confident doing it in a bull market where the cycles align, something like 2025, 2024. I think it's safe to do it then because the sentiment will be 5 times what it is now, and the gains will be just as good, if and potentially better. But yeah, we're looking at around here. It's up another 500%, which is brilliant. The coins you have suggested here, I think it's Hosky, amazing, up 187% this week. Gas hasn't moved really. Neon's probably gone up a little bit. Dust hasn't moved, but I'm sure I saw other ones which had really. I think it was. I mean, Boeing and Hosky themselves. I mean, they'll mitigate for any small losses the other ones had. But we've been covering this, and again, thank you for joining the show, and thanks for the suggestions. I'd love it for you to become a member so we can discuss it further. A lot of comments. Let's get to it. 10,000. Oh, 100,000 CRO is approximately $10,000, but when it comes to $1, it's a 10x. CRO has actual use to, unlike many other tokens, it's undervalued. Next 12 months, we'll see $1. When it drops again, I'm buying more. Amazing, James 007. I wish you the best of luck. Virgin Galactic 260 on Monday. That is what we're looking at next. Oh, brilliant. We've got the link. So this is happening. I wonder if I can open up. Oh, wow. Here it is. This is the event. Meet the CEO live from New York Stock Exchange. This is going to be really exciting. Let's all go over there and let's all go over there and drop a comment and smash the like button. Let's get ready for this because this is going to be really interesting. I'm sure we've all got the link. Let me go back to the... Get rid of that now. I've lost it. Sorry, my Google Chrome wasn't working today, so I've got a different setup for the live chat. So this is going to be really exciting. So go over there. It will be in the closing bell tomorrow. Martyn has set up an interview with the CEO of, I'm not going to say what, but a big... Let's wait for tomorrow. It's going to be a live event happening at the New York Stock Exchange. So everyone needs to tune into that. It'll be amazing. It's the first of many. Meet the CEOs. I got into super fast. I got into Say and Super. Yeah, Super. We've been in it as well. The token. Hey, if BTC stall but doesn't pull back in 5 retraces, only 3 we in bull still. Yeah, I mean, even if Bitcoin goes sideways, this is quite good for the altcoins. Don't pay people, sorry. People pay me. So when you look at them charts, boom. Smithy, I'm not too sure what you're saying here. Investing/trading crypto also requires a step change in sleep patterns. Doesn't have to, but it does result in that. Hello, all in profits, 50% from call. I'm always up. I'm almost 24/7 awake. The thing, this was me about 4 years ago when I was trading crypto. But it's not good to be up 24/7 trading crypto. Firstly, it means you're trying to make... There's 2 things. It's either you're really scared about your positions and you're worried, which is not good, which means it's not money you can afford to lose. So that's not good in the first place. Or it just means you're trying to make as much money as you can and you're an amazing trader, which probably isn't also the case. You can make money when you're awake, and it shouldn't be ruining your life. That amount of stress isn't really good. CVNA looking really bullish for this week. Brilliant, Lewis. If you become a member, we can have a look at it. SBC is what we're going to be looking at next. Coffee is now one of my food groups. Coffee is good. I have to agree with that. I'm FOMO. Brilliant. Again, thank you for joining Schmitzy. Just consider becoming a member and getting that badge. Become part of the family and give us your great tips all the time. So let's look at SBCE. If you're here for SBCE, please do hit the like button. We're going to have a look at SBCE now. Let's make sure this is running. If you're here for SBCE, okay. Okay, yeah, so this is the chart. We looked at it last week. We also looked at it in the middle of the week. All these prices, I'm liking long SBC calls. I wouldn't go long on SBC now. There's been plenty of time where we've been saying the bottoms here. Unlike Schmitzy, I don't like to FOMO into things. Okay, anyway, SBC. We're not going to do a big analysis of it because we've done that last week and also during the week. But big downtrend. 150 was the level. We came down a bit lower. All we're worried about right now is structure, levels, and risk. The structure, firstly. higher lows, one higher low. Let's get the brush tool out again just to visualize it better. The low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low. This is where it gets, this is where we had to come on and explain the chart again. It was sort of the same high slash a little bit of a higher high, which is good. And then we saw the big news of Richard Branson selling, or no, not selling. It was he's not going to invest anymore. Anyway, I don't really care about the news. I look at the charts. That news came out. We were already at a level of resistance. It came out, and we said that it's probably going to be bought up. They're manipulating the markets over the weekend. Anyway, I don't even care about that. I'm looking at the technicals here. The technicals showed that we want to keep structure, and the level that can come and be back tested is this level from the 18th of September. We've come to it. We can see it's an important level. Look over here. It was support, resistance, 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 and then why we were looking at that level, because it turned into support. And this purple trend line just basically shows that we're holding these higher lows, and then we've come up. It's looking good. It's the momentum's still there, but the one concern I have is this going to turn into a higher high? It needs to soon. It needs to come up to at least sort of the 240 level, create a higher high. I mean, the real target for SBC next week is is the only level we need to break now is just literally here, 236. So remember 236. We break 236. We're going to 260. So yes, what was the question? Who asked? 260 on Monday. If we break 236, then yes, we will see 260 on Monday. Obviously not 100%, the likelihoods are much higher when you're speaking about technicals. We're not overbought on the daily, we're not overbought on the 3-day, we're actually in really good, the weekly is actually quite low, the 3-day is quite low, and the daily is in the bullish control zone. So it's looking good for the RSI. So we're all prepped for and we've got higher lows. So we're all really prepped for this pump. But 236, we break 236, we're looking at 260. And then we can have another test at 236 and start going to the higher levels, 370, for example. So the level to look out for, if we break 236, 260 is the level. So that will happen quite quickly if this level is breached. If it's not anything higher than 183, as long as we hold it, the structure is still intact, but we need to start breaking these higher levels. 236 is the level to break. If there's any more questions about SBC, let me know, but that's basically what the point we're at now. We're at a little bit of resistance. We break that, it will be significant, and we'll start moving to 260. There's no point talking about higher levels at this point in time. There are other levels. I mean, the next level might be 330, but let's see how next week goes. I don't think we're going to see the short squeeze next week. We might actually do. I'm not going to rule it out, but 260 is definitely in the cards. SBC, we just had a look at SBCE. When 470. Oh, so Schmitzy likes SBC as well. He said there's some CME gaps. CME gaps. Yeah, there's one we can start. I think they're too far away to start looking at them yet. But obviously something around there. Not much. Maybe I'm wrong. If you can tell me where they are. I don't think there's anything in the 2 level. Oh, maybe there. That's CME gap. Yeah, there is actually. So yeah, that'll be the next target after 230 is at this level here. So yeah, that will be as soon as we break 236. I think we'll see that CME gap close at 246. So that's another reason why 260 is sort of the level. Apart from that, CME gap, CME gap. Yeah, I mean then it's sort of here. Oh, actually it's high. But it's too early to talk about 486. But yeah, again, we break 236, 246 is 246, 248 is very quickly that can happen. Oh, 149, you talk about CME gaps below. Yeah, it is unfortunate. That's why if we break 184, then I've had targets lower. But right now we're in sort of in the bullish phase, and they're more likely to go to the upside than break 184. If you remember, a week ago we did look at if we break 184, 150, it becomes quite likely again. But we didn't. That wasn't our base case, and that's not what happened. So we're looking more bullish than bearish at the moment. I've got 1,500 shares. Amazing. 486 maybe when Bitcoin's at 84,000. Brilliant. Okay, now the next thing I want to look at is an interview with Elon Musk about Tesla. So let's have a quick look into this.
Great vehicle, but there's the other guys that are also dying to get a Tesla, the $25,000 Tesla. And so I'm wondering where is that exactly? Where are you with that?
Yeah, unfortunately, because we're a publicly traded company, I cannot comment on things that would have a material impact on our financials.
Okay, well, there you go. Yeah, but anyways, I'm hoping that that's not too far down the line.
So firstly, there is a bit more of this, but what was the sound levels like? Could you hear it? Was it too loud, too quiet? But it's interesting. Finally, Elon Musk is learning to use those important words, saying that we're financial, that they're a publicly traded company and you can't comment on financials. It's very good to see that from Elon, to say stuff like that. But it's actually does give a bit of insight on the $25,000 Tesla, which is the next real big thing for Tesla and the Tesla stock price. And it will probably turn into because the Cybertruck isn't really a vehicle that's going to start making the money for a few years. The $25,000 Tesla would really boost the company financials and also the sales through software updates, self-driving, and it'll really put Tesla on the map. And the amount of people that will be able to, they say something like every $5,000 a car's price drops, it triples the amount of people that can buy the car. So when you're thinking about the cheapest vehicle right now is around 30,000 if you get the tax credit, or something like £32,000 if you don't. A $25,000 Tesla means 3 times the amount of people will be able to buy it. So it is really the next big thing for Tesla. I will play the rest of it. If you guys can let me know what the sound was like, if that came through, I can check myself. I think it came through okay. So I'll play the rest of it. It might take a minute for him to get to the actual point, but if we listen in, it will be quite useful.
I really would like to see something where we can, where like this one here. I'm told that the one that I'm looking for the Beast, the tri-motor and everything.
Yeah.
And I'd like to get 2 of those. And that vehicle is like $100+ grand. I think that that's the right price for this, but it's not the right price for the kid that wants to take one to college or whatnot. So that's why I'm kind of anxious to find out what it is that can be done for those others that want to get into electrification but can't. So if we can't do that, then let me shift gears. And what do you think about the new?
I can say a little bit. I just can't tell you, unit volume and dates, because that has a mass. That is projecting the financials.
Yeah.
So we obviously are working on a low-cost electric vehicle that will be made in very high volume. We're quite far advanced in that work. I review the production line plans for that every week, and I think the revolution in manufacturing that will be represented by that car will blow people's minds. It is not like any car production line that anyone's ever seen.
Is this going to have the basically?
So what was interesting there is, I don't think many people or media has picked up on it. Firstly, is that he is definitely working on it. Secondly, he's working on it every week. For Elon Musk to work on something every week, it must mean it's coming up soon, and he's putting a lot of work and effort into it. I think this is just around the corner. He's just finished with the Cybertruck delivery event. He's already done the unveiling event. So we can expect an unveiling event of this car in the next Q1, Q2 of next year. And that will really push Tesla's stock price up. Would I be buying Tesla for just this reason? But no, it makes me much more confident that if Tesla drops, so let's look at Tesla's chart. If we look at Tesla's chart, I think again we're coming to some sort of resistance. Back at 200, back at 180. If we ever get to 126, it makes me much more confident that there's another reason to be buying Tesla's stock. I wouldn't be buying it now, but I might start coming back into this stock around 180. I might make a significant purchase. If we come to 180 Q1 of next year, or after the Santa rally is finishing up, I think that's another big reason to start buying Tesla again. I think this is really interesting what he said. So let me go back to the comments. Sound on video a bit lower. I moved it up, so thank you for letting me know, James. Volume is too low. I tried to bring it up. If it didn't go well, it's the Sandy Munro interview. If you want to have a look at it yourself. Smith says start buying the Arbitrum and Optimism ecosystem. Thank you, Schmitzy. I keep saying your name wrong, I think. Sensei, how long do you think it'll be before hydrogen vehicles take over battery vehicles? I'm not in the view that will happen. I think you might be, but I don't see that happening ever. I think the batteries and electric vehicles have had much more advances than hydrogen, and I think there's a lot of advances that can still happen with battery vehicles, and just having the whole hydrogen pump system, fueling it in a hydrogen sensor, you have to wait for it to pressurize, then it still takes about 10-15 minutes. So there'll be a point where charging an electric vehicle, a full charge might only take 25 minutes. So do you want to risk having a car full of hydrogen? I don't think the power is as good in a hydrogen car. Maybe for boats or lorries, it might make more sense, but I don't think hydrogen vehicles will ever take over battery vehicles. Hydrogen is the most abundant element on Earth. Sunlight is also 100 times more abundant. So solar and wind is more abundant than. So it's and it's probably easier to do that than hydrogen. But I also think it's about the technology. Petrol is dangerous too, exactly. But electric vehicles don't have petrol. Oh, call it Schmitty. Is that right? Schmitty or Schmittel? Schmittel. Schmitty. Schmitty? Schmitty? Tell me if Schmitty's okay. Hydrogen seems a bit dangerous. I agree, Jeffrey. Petrol is also dangerous. I think I also agree with that, but I don't think batteries are dangerous. Schmitty. Brilliant. Okay, thank you, Schmitty. Sorry for pronouncing your name wrong. Boink coin is up another 14% today, which is brilliant. Without the Smitty. Is that right? Let me know if that's right. Let's quick. The show is coming to a close. Let's have a quick look at the Fed funds rate futures and what the probabilities the market is pricing in. We still have a 2.9% chance that there will be a rate hike in the coming meetings. But now we see that in March, there's a 43% likelihood that there's going to be a rate cut. Amazing. The only way I see that happening in March or May, if it happens in March, I think there's going to be something wrong. Something would have been broken in the economy, banks or credit, or something will be going on for them to cut rates. I don't think it will just be because they've done well with the interest rates, with the inflation. Sorry, Smitty. Bonk, 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 boink. Good enough, Smitty. Brilliant. Thank you, Smitty. Let's look at the S&P 500 and see what my thoughts are for the coming week. Let's also check how many likes we have. 30 likes. Wow. I think that's one of the highest we've ever had. So thank you very much for joining the show and liking. It's amazing. Okay, the S&P 500 again. Here we go. I do think there's a significant chance, not as high as chance when we called it last time, because there's not really a tweezer top, but there was over here. I think there's a significant chance because of the heart line of this channel and also the various resistance lines coming up that this might be a local top for the S&P 500. Yeah, I mean, we did have a bullish candle on Friday, which makes the likelihood a little bit less. And the box has to be a bit higher now because the heart line is obviously increasing as time goes on. So, yeah, I think technically, I think there's above 50% chance that we do see a pullback. You also have to remember there's lots of these gaps. CME gap here. So it's quite likely we're coming back down to 4,250 at some point. It just depends how soon. I think it's going to be sooner rather than later. So yeah, we are still at resistance. I don't think it's going to be a great December for the S&P 500. Well, yeah, I mean, it's looking okay. I would say, is this an area for a short? Because of Friday's candle, maybe not. However, you can still strategize a short. I mean, even with a very tight stop loss at sort of 4,620 and a take profit at 4,540, something like that can be done. If you're in for more of a long-term short, let's put this a bit closer, make it smaller. Where's the next level? It'll probably be here. More of a long-term short. Something like that, maybe. If you did want to short the market, something like that could work, depending on when we get to this resistance up here. But yeah, I think maybe Monday, Tuesday we can go up a bit, and then as the week goes in the coming weeks, I think we can certainly come back down to the tune of something like 8%, best case, worst case, and then in the next few months, we can come down to 3,700, another 20% move down for the S&P. If there's a recession, then expect to come down even lower. 3,400 has been on the cards for a while now, but that's not a guarantee. I've been wrong before. I can be wrong again. The whole point of trading is to be right over 50% of the time, and that's what we've been doing. Jeffrey Diamond, I'm going along on SPC options. Good luck to you. You see it there. Jose, as I've always got $1,000 saved up. 2 more months and I will join the crypto challenge. Can't wait. Oh, amazing. Jose, you might actually be lucky. We might get a dip. We might get a pullback and it might even be a better time to invest. So congratulations to you. So yeah, what was no, I think he's talking about 2025. Smitty. That's actually really exciting, Jose. Well done for saving up. Again, I'm not going to give you financial advice. I'm just going to show you what my portfolio is and we can talk crypto, which is exciting. So congratulations to you. That's really good. I think everyone should have crypto as part of their portfolio. We are coming up to the end of the show. I'm just seeing if there's any breaking news happening anywhere. No. That's fine. Okay, let's have a quick look at some coins. Again, Bitcoin miners up again 13% on Friday. I think we were looking at Wolf around, we were looking at all this time, up 90%. Coinbase, we had a look at the trade. SNX, we were looking at, it's one of the underperforming cryptos. Again, we said Dogecoin last Sunday, that's been up. Let's see how much since last Sunday. 22%. Wow. That was one of the ones that we said is sleeping. Even Smitty agreed with that. ADA, it's been on a run. Again, ADA can probably definitely start taking profits at 74 cents. Axie Infinity, that can run a bit more. Shiba, it's got a supply line that's about to break, which would give it some more momentum. But I prefer Doge to Shiba, but it hasn't run much to Shiba at the moment. So again, you can look into Shiba. VeChain is it's already moved a bit. Wouldn't bother, to be honest. I mean, you can probably get some profits out of it. Maybe if we go to 3.5 cents. Solana, again, I think that's too late for Solana. And again, when I say too late, these coins can definitely go up more. It's just like the risk of holding them increases. Dots, that's been on a good run the last few days, but that has more upside. $10 is probably a good point to take some profits. GRT, Audius, no. Pancake Swap, still holding, but I'd like to get out of it. Maybe at 3.7. Or maybe it's staked. I don't even remember where my Pancake is. Litecoin, wouldn't really bother with Litecoin. Probably slowly moves up. It's quite a boring coin. BNB, I wouldn't bother with at all. Ethereum, I think it's got a little bit more left, but it's probably going to sort of top out 2,600. XRP again, I'm happy just to hold this coin. 75 cents, probably next. Link, Atom, I think they're boring old coins. XLM will just follow XRP. Flow might be a little bit interesting, but there's no real point buying it now when we're buying it at 40 cents. Uniswap, no. CRO, I think if you're in it, you can hold it. I wouldn't be buying it now. Let's look at some stocks. SBC had a great Friday. Again, we're looking to break 236 and then 250 quite quickly. 260. Tilray closed that gap. That was a lot of people buying this with some. There was a lot of hype going on, but I said for when we were up here. Remember, the resistance line's still there, 320.27. I was telling people, do not buy this, start selling. We're going to come back down, and we did. 171, that was a target, and we hit it. Palantir, wouldn't bother with too much. Yeah, Palantir doesn't look brilliant. Hood is looking good, breaking support. Hood is looking good. Rocket Lab, it came into the support. It's sort of moving up again. Yeah, it's looking fine. Meta is overbought. ARK Invest came down to support and is moving up nicely. The Nasdaq is doing really well, actually. Nasdaq, it looks like it's on its ways to all-time highs. I did not notice that. That's amazing. Congratulations if you hold the Nasdaq. AMC wouldn't bother with. Etsy, I think we had a buy on Etsy, but oh no, did we? No, I wouldn't bother with it. Microsoft, I wouldn't bother with. It's too overbought. Apple again, all-time highs. Why would I want to buy Apple? Fiverr was at support, hasn't moved up enough, so that might start moving up higher. Tesla is at resistance, so I wouldn't buy it now. The S&P 500 can actually move up higher. You can strategize a short, really tight stop losses. Netflix seems like it's definitely rolling over. 345 is the target. Amazon, I wouldn't bother with. It's too overbought. The DXY is actually holding support, so that might start coming up, and the S&P might start coming down. So that's something to look at. It's holding support, the DXY, so that might start moving up this week. Berkshire Hathaway's rolling over. Won't buy that. Coca-Cola's had its. Maybe this is it for Coca-Cola. It's had its move up. Barbo is becoming more and more valuable every day. McDonald's, that came quite close to its all-time highs, so might start trimming that if you hold it. J&J is back to support. Rivian, wouldn't buy it. It's testing resistance. Kenvue broke supply, came and retested, and it's looking okay, looking good. Google is too overbought. GME I wouldn't buy, and Mullen is making new lows every day. Brilliant. I've gone through my watch list. Is there anything else? Indicators. Let's look at Bitcoin dominance. I still have that feeling it's continuing to move up. So Bitcoin's probably the best thing to be holding. A lot of this money going into Bitcoin is people selling altcoins, and it's been on an uptrend since May of 2021, basically, or you could say from September of 2022. But it's been in this uptrend. I expect it to start topping around maybe 55%, 60%, something like that. But remember, Bitcoin dominance can continue to go up when Bitcoin is going down in price. So consider that. Gold, I expect to have sort of a move up again this week, or at least it will find its local bottom. Anything I've missed? No. Amazing. Okay, it's come up to the hour. I think we've done our analysis. Sorry, it's been a bit of a slow and strange show. It's been a lot going on this week. I've been very busy, a little bit tired, but we got through it all. I think it's always very fun coming on for the Sunday show, showing my analysis and what I think about the charts. The stocks have been going fairly sideways this week, I'd say. Crypto, altcoins have been moving up, so that's nice to see. The S&P is what we're looking for next week. Not much news at the moment. The VIX is something I'm going long on. The volatility index, there's not much volatility going on. It's at sort of these low areas. So when volatility is low, something normally comes in and breaks that. So keep an eye on the VIX. Something interesting might happen this week in the S&P 500, a big move. because that normally happens when the VIX it comes down to low levels. So amazing. By 2025, going to above 250 seems reasonable to me. Waiting to pop to 24 to 34k. Sell Robinhood? No, Robinhood looks okay to me. Here's a special event. Again, it's happening tomorrow. Big event. It's the first of a series. Meet the CEO. Martyn's done a great job bringing this person to the show. I'm not going to give too much information. Tune in for tomorrow's closing bell. The event is live. You can go put a comment on it if you like. I think Robinhood is a hold. I think it would rise more. Yeah, Hood is looking good. Flare. Do you like Flare token? I hold Flare token. It's sort of on the XFP chain, isn't it? So there you go, tip of the week from me and Smitty. Flare token. If you want to buy it, hold it for a while. It's a token. I think it runs on XRP. I've got a bag of it. I got given some and then I bought some. It has moved up a fair amount, but it's a token on a watch list. Boring Litecoin added and holding. Let's go SBC. Yeah, Litecoin. It's a boring one. It's been there around, so it means people will always see that it's been here for a long time. They'll have a lot of trust in it, so it should slowly rise with time. Tim Rogers, Sensei, excellent analysis work as always today. I look forward to Sundays. Oh, amazing! That's the best comment today. Thank you so much, Tim Rogers. I really appreciate it. Do you think oil is ready to rise this week? Let's have a quick look at oil. Let's have a look at oil. Go back to the daily. Yeah, I mean, I think so. It looks fairly oversold in the RSI. There is a bit of bullish divergence just because we've got a lower low, but the RSI isn't printing a lower low. It's about the same low, so it looks like sellers are exhausted. So I do think oil has, I mean, exactly where we are is a bit of resistance. So if we don't hold it, then we can come down to 67, and then you'll be even more bullish on the trade. However, yeah, if it holds this level, then there is some sort of bullish divergence, so you can head higher. So it is a buying between 67 and 71. It looks like a good buy. Best hour for my driving weekend. Oh, amazing! Thank you very much, Sensei. I love having you on the show. Thank you for being a member. Got 1 million flare. You can hold it for a dollar might happen next cycle, Smitty, and then you've got $1 million. Here's a special event. James is here. Thoughts on Boink? It's looking good, Boink. I mean, at this point, 2-3 weeks ago, I was saying there's no point taking profits because these coins can keep running. But at this point, I think it's approaching $1 billion as a market cap. So then market cap starts becoming an issue. So maybe sell 20-30% and let the rest ride. But what's the market cap of Boink? I think it's about 1 billion. Let's see. 760 million. So when it starts coming to that $1 billion market cap, it starts getting more risky to hold. If Flare gets to 1, I'm a millionaire with others. Well, I hope it happens, and then maybe you'll consider becoming a member. Oh, just played it back and seen it. Amazing. Thanks, James. But yeah, I mean, it's looking strong. There's no signs of weakness, but at this point, you see one more big move up and start taking profits. Picked up some FFIE. Amazing. Fear and Loathing in Crypto FFIE. Martyn does cover that on the show, so please do become a member and we can have a look at it for you now or join the family. Amazing. I think this is the end of the show, so let's put on the music. Anything moving? If Smitty became a member, that would make my day. Come on, Smitty, I know you can do it. I have Voxel for my crypto gaming play. It's on Coinbase. Voxel? I haven't heard of it. It is on Coinbase. Market cap 25 million. Brilliant. Interesting, yeah, it doesn't look bad. It had a very strong base at the 4 to 12 sort of cents area. Let me show it to you. So now it's more. It's had its downtrend. It had its accumulation. Now it's sort of more on an uptrend. So good luck to you. I appreciate your insight, says Philip. Amazing, Philip. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Do become a member and join the family. On the way out, guys, if everyone can hit the like button, and if you haven't already, do subscribe. It will help my show a lot and also the channel. John says, thanks, Sensei. Brilliant. Those will be mega pumps, Smitty says. Amazing. Smitty should become a member, says James 007. Yes. You're here every week. Just join the family, Smitty. It's only a couple dollars a month. Fear and Loathing in Crypto, Illuvium, PYR, and DAR. Amazing. You guys love crypto. Please join the channel, become a member, and we'll look at all of these coins and share the gains all together and go through it and share the excitement. I don't think we'll share the gains all together, but we can certainly share all the excitement. It's a platform where everyone has a voice and we can all enjoy it. Okay, we're coming to the end of the show. Thank you all so much. I'll see you again next week. Join in during the week. It's going to be an exciting week. Tomorrow, closing bell, is going to be very exciting. Until next time, do take care of your money, your crypto, yourselves, and most importantly, each other. Thank you. See you next week. Bye-bye.